All right, Mark, thanks. And while the sun and its harmful rays may not be top of mind on a day like today, maybe they still should be.
Experts say they're still seeing a rise in skin cancer cases when it comes to those of a certain age who may not have taken all the precautions when growing up. Skin cancer is the most common cancer in the United States. Approximately 9,500 people in the U.S. are diagnosed with skin cancer every day. But despite this, as News 5's Clay Lepard found, many put off those important checkups until now.
Carving out a couple minutes with Jim Sanfilippo can get tricky.
I'm very busy, have a lot going on, and I just accidentally showed up late.
Missing a doctor's appointment last year ended up delaying some pretty important news for this 43-year-old father of three.
When I scheduled the next appointment, they found a pretty bad skin cancer on my lower back.
Nowadays, this girls' basketball coach says he's proactive, protecting his skin. But he wasn't always that way.
When I was younger and played a lot of basketball, shirts and skins out in Rocky River, the RBA, a lot of sun exposure there. I thought I was immortal, and it's probably just catching up to me now.
It wasn't a big deal back then.
It's a story Dr. Philip Bernard with the Cleveland Clinic hears more often than you'd guess.
The childhood exposure. I think parents are getting better about making sure their kids have sunscreen on.
According to the Cleveland Clinic, 20% of all Americans will develop skin cancer at some point during their life. And having 5 or more sunburns during your life doubles your chances of developing melanoma.
I'm just as busy right now as I was before the pandemic.
And so with so many putting off checkups during the pandemic, Dr. Bernard now sees more developed cases popping up.
A lot of it are people who were stayed away. And so they've got a lot of skin cancer that we're trying to catch up on, and we can't do it all at once. So it's kind of a we're in the catch-up stage right now.
So despite what feels like a return to winter nowadays,
I think people in Ohio think it's not a big deal.
Dr. Bernard is asking everyone
It's still a big issue.
to take a closer look at themselves and get checked out if anything on your skin doesn't look right. A reminder Jim Sanfilippo echoes as well.
Once it really hits you is when you learn your lesson, I think.
In Avon,
I'll be high risk for the rest of my life.
Clay Lepard, News 5.
So obviously the big question now may be, how can you protect yourself from the sun and reduce your risk for skin cancer? The American Academy of Dermatology recommends seeking shade, especially from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. when the sun's rays are the hottest. If your shadow appears to be shorter than you are, seek shade. They also recommend wearing sun protective clothing like a lightweight long sleeve shirt, pants, a wide brimmed hat, sunglasses with UV protection. When possible, and applying water-resistant sunscreen with an SPF of 30 or higher to all skin not covered by clothing.